Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Let's Play Death Stranding. In the last episode, we went through both BT territory and mule territory. And just for fun, we went through that weird-ass mountain over there. Actually, I might be able to show you the route.
Over here.
By pressing the proper button, not the shout at everything button. Yeah, there's an online ladder over here, which is funny, because then there's BT signals and don't give up signals, but they're not in the chiral network. There might actually be a way to kind of see if it's online or not. Properly online, or if you're in the chiral network or not, I rather meant to say. But I can't remember the button. Honest to God, can't remember the button. Just want to get through all these so we don't have to worry about them. There we go. No interviews yet. Take a look at our memory chips. We haven't handed them in. As you can see, each of these is going to be a specific type of items. Like the top one's like Luden-style models, and then this row here is all motorcycles, most likely picked out by Norman. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to actually check chiral network stuff. But anyway, yeah, the route that we took, a little bit weird, but kind of fun. Wasn't too bad. We completely circumvented having to deal with mules. Like, they just ran up here because they detected us right around this zone. And we very easily just kind of snuck right by them with a singular anchor. Those anchors, man, those anchors are amazing. They are just so dang powerful. And already, as you can see, it's our first vehicle! But we can't use it. You can even put stuff in its cargo, which is kind of funny.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
Alright, let's make our delivery. Easy quest, no damage. I am the S-rank god.
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
Yeah, what can I say, man? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Look at that. 0 damage on everything. S-rank. I am awesome. Already at 3 stars. Easy peasy. Although I think you get that no matter what, but who knows. I like to think it's because I'm good, and not because the game is telling me I'm good. Hell yeah. Prominent porter. People think of you as a porter who can be relied upon for basic orders, but with time and effort, you may one day be recognized as a true legend. You've reached a miscellaneous grade 10, which means you will now receive more likes from people, which is cool. Not from actually people, I think just from doing stuff, but yeah. Cool, that makes miscellaneous really important.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
More EXP, the better.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Aha! We unlocked our first interviews. Mules and Drone Syndrome, Bridge Babies, and Timefall. And we've now unlocked the function for mail and data and even recycling. Recycling's nice. If you have a bunch of garbage that you just don't want and you want to convert it into like a generic material, you can do that. Ooh, damn. Now we're starting to see some more player-made stuff. Oh, yeah, the Half-Life symbol because PC. Because we on Steam, boys. What did the Epic Game Store guys get? I don't know. This area is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other players' structures.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Yeah, we gotta take care of BB. Yeah, boo-boo.
Damn it. Sorry, kid. Damn it. Sorry, kid. I'll get you to a private room soon. Damn it. Anybody home?
I still love that, though. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it part of the main... Oh, God. They ram my ass straight into the thing. Hold on. Okay, some of these zones sometimes have data chips in them. Also, I need to deliver the data chip, so... Here you go. This is what it looks like to plug in a USB drive. We did it. A thirst for knowledge.
Oh, this will be right at home in my collection.
So those are your Assassin's Creed feathers that you have to find.
For your contribution.
Thankfully, they can be marked by players, which is awesome. In fact, holy shit, we haven't actually done that yet. We should probably
Name's Sam.
do that. I forget actually how to do that, though. I forget how to, like, put down symbols. It's been so long. Maybe it's right? No. Down? Up? R1? Oh, yeah, by the way, you can almost knock yourself out by doing this long enough. And you'll be stuck in place for a while.
Anybody home?
I can't remember. Well, oh wait, yeah, now I remember. You have to do this. You have to hold down and then create a sign. There we go. That's what it was. Okay, so the fun thing here is that we can say, keep on keeping on, right? Put down a little sign, keep on keeping on. And then anyone that runs through this will get a little stamina boost and be able to sprint for no stamina cost. It's really cool. I love it. And you may have noticed there's all these signs over here, dude. There's like likers get likes. So once you walk through this, you automatically give a like and receive a like. And then there's also a few other items here, like free to use. Usually you put this next to like a post box or something, or let's say like a repelling rope. You know, this is requesting something get made, so you can actually fulfill other people's requests for this stuff. And then you can also recommend and say like, hey, I use this, maybe you should use this, right? And signs are much more likely to get put into your world than an actual physical object. So these things are almost always very valuable, especially stuff like Deep River is freaking great. Falling rocks, cliffs, steep slopes, absolutely. Hard run on both trucks or bikes. Basically, the whole game is a hard run, though, until you've cleared out the path with your feet. Until you scooped out those rocks. People tend to forget that, though. They tend to forget that you should always go through an area by foot first. And clear the path for your vehicles. Anyway, let's go head down and check on our BB. Yeah, BB.
Dead man, you there? Little help.
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
in.
Good. A temporary excess of stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Auto-toxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard, still not chained up, still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Just creeping on us while we're sleeping, lady?
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Is that so? Also, nothing, goddamn. God damn it, my gully. What if I do this? You gonna come down here? Damn it, I'm trying to repeat what happened before. Where you like, straight up did weird shit. I don't know. Still can't do anything with my equipment rack, eh? Yeah, nothing yet. Soon, TM. Hopefully. Let's go take a shower.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Repelling. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. 5, 4, oh, it's almost time.
2, 1.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Alright, seems reasonable enough. Did we check out the BB? Yeah, boo-boo. Nah, he seems alright. Love you, buddy. Love the little Ludens on his keychain thing. Time to activate the terminal. Alright. Time to read. We'll read our mail first. I guess they were both sent at the same time, so it shouldn't matter. That's the way we read it. Oh my Jesus Christ. That was the loudest like I've ever heard in my life. Alright, anyway. Sorry, Sam, bad news. Thanks for delivering those rare metals, Sam. Everyone at the distro center really appreciates you coming through for us. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you, though. That bike you saw outside, its battery's dead. You'll have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once, though. Auto charger should kick in after... pray emoji, lol. Sorry if we got your hopes up. And, I've got some more bad news for you, too. Sad face. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials so everyone gets what they need, and to make sure that everything that's produced gets put to proper use. That's why guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart. Whole world even. Anyway, there's this guy, George Baton, over in the way station. He used to be a reliable porter, but lately, it's like pulling teeth getting him to make even the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever. Always some excuse. Even when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half his load en route. So, yeah, that's why we're in a bit of a short material supply. I'm sure you'll soon help us out and put that to right. We're counting on you, Sam. Alright? Well, he was talking shit about George. And now George is talking about oxy. God damn it. Damn oxytocin. Sam the man, our savior. Things are looking up here at the way station. Everything feels better somehow. We were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we set ourselves up. But 3 years of isolation and loneliness will change anyone's tune. Hell, when we first got here, we were putting up signs for porters and whatnot. But after a while, some guys got too scared to even set foot outside. When Central went up, I told myself this was it. America's done. Everyone was feeling it too, and the mood was set. The mood was just bleak. And then you waltzed in. I know what you're thinking. At first, I thought it was just the oxytocin too. But that's not it. Not all of it, anyway. You gave us the glimmer of hope we needed by bringing us into the chiral network. We're back in the game now. Been thinking of putting up signs again, even. Watchtowers too. Before long, we'll be opening up our new delivery routes. Mark my words. It's still scary out there, though. All the oxy in the world won't help us deal with the mules, let alone BTs. We shit ourselves every time we catch sight of one, and end up dropping half of our equipment. Honestly, a part of me is still a little worried that we won't be able to keep it up. And that's why we need you, Sam. You're not scared of anything, right? So, go show us how it's done. I like how he points out in this email that he does drop everything whenever he sees a BT. And then Benjamin's like, he probably just drops everything whenever he sees a BT. I guess there's a difference between a porter and security? I'm guessing? I'm guessing he's security, though. I also got some interviews to read. It's important to read this lore, I feel. Because it does open up a lot of understanding about the world. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, we got 3 of these. Alright, hold on. Okay, here we go. Mules and drone syndrome. Bridges' primary objective is to rebuild America, and in order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect cities and other settlements by re-establishing a delivery network. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery networks were what held society together. The whole thing was automated, AI managed, deliveries carried out by drone. The belief was that taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system. But things didn't quite pan out that way. Instead, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be dubbed drone syndrome. It was too much for some folks to accept, leaving everything to machines and nothing for the common man. And indeed, the oxytocin deficiency and hormonal imbalances we confirmed seemed to back up that assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so laws were put in place and we stepped back into the picture again. And then what happened? All the people put out of work by machines who got called up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them. And that brought on a whole new disorder. Delivery dependent syndrome, they called it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled even further. It wasn't helped any by the fact that chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant that we did have to go back to relying completely on human couriers, whether we liked it or not. Eventually, delivering goods became all some lived for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by the desire to deliver. Over time, they turned into the mules we know and love today. That's important there, because it straight up explains how mules came to be, and it kind of strikes pretty close to home, considering the warehouse that the place I work is trying to replace all the workers with robots. And if you Google robots, like that work in warehouses, they straight up just waddle around, pick shit up, and perfectly place it on top of a skid. And in all honesty, the workers typically fuck up all the time. So, I mean, it only makes sense for there to be AI robots doing all this shit, right? Remove the human problem. But at the same time, my own job could probably be replaced by robots very easily, too. So that's kind of shitty. Anyway. Bridge Babies by Deadman. This was written 1 year ago. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I'm happy to talk about BBs if that's what you want. They call me Deadman, on account of my familiarity with the dead. Get it? We've always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that's all the reason I work on BB maintenance and research, to learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digress. Fact is, BBs were already being issued to our forces in the field before I even joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they discovered to practical use. Still, what that did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work had already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work. Not how they can detect BTs or how they can connect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends. But one thing is certain, their continued study will lead us to a greater understanding of the Stranding and of life and death itself. That much I can assure you. Well, I think that's all I have to tell you today. Hopefully, I'll have something new to share next time we chew the fat. See you around, I guess. Interesting. It's kind of like in Warhammer 40k, where the tech priests and the space marines and the Imperial Guard even have no idea how anything works. All these forge worlds and these massive, like, Mars pattern creations and builders and all this stuff, it's all automated. They literally just, like, push a button and it starts working as long as they have the materials to do it. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. And they have no idea how it's made. And in this case, if you think about BBs, they have no idea why it's able to do the things that it does. But they can make them. They can make them. It's the weirdest. It's such a weird thing, but it's interesting. I like that. I like that kind of weird tech. It's futuristic to the point of where it sounds impossible, but it's like grounded in the fact that it's just like, we have the ability to make them, but we don't know why or who they are. Heartman also has an email here from 3 years ago called Timefall. I guess not an email, it's an interview. But whatever. Timefall was first recorded when the Death Stranding occurred, and despite all the years that have passed since then, we are no closer to understanding how or why it accelerates the passage of time for the objects and organisms it touches, or why it immediately turns to ordinary water having done so. Some researchers have gone as far as to posit this process as stealing time. As for why timefall is observed only in certain places, all that we know for certain is that it is somehow affected by local chiral concentrations. This is merely a hunch, but something in me suspects that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception of the passage of time. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, you understand. We humans can conceive of our own deaths, and even of the possibility of a place beyond death, yes? We have the capacity to conceptualize the future, an evolutionary advantage which aided our development as a species. Well, what if Timefall has given us a new, supercharged version of this essential ability? One that will take us to the next stage of our evolution. Perhaps we wouldn't need to hole ourselves up in the Knot Cities. Perhaps, in time, the Death Stranding will come to be seen as the phenomenon that saved our species. Exciting thoughts, I'm sure you'll agree. I, for one, can't wait to set out on our journey. Who knows what awaits us? Always the optimist, Mr. Hartman. There's a reason for that. His character definitely delves into optimism for sure later on. Also, we got the memory chip. Hell yeah. Give me some, like, Gundam Armored Core crazy nonsense, dude. I need some of that in my life. Frame Arms was a series of original plastic robots figurines created in Kotobakuya, one of Japan's premier manufacturers of plastic models. Each robot shares that same basic frame architecture, with different external parts being attached to create an individual mechanoid. The Byako, or White Tiger, figure is a rare masterpiece based on one of Yoji Shinkawa. Oh, who would have known? Yoji Shinkawa's designs. The fully realized world and captivating story behind the Frame Arms series won it many dedicated fans. That's super cool. I love how he's giving Yoji Shinkawa a chance to show off some of his other work. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. I know I have, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.